Hey everyone, quick update on this location here. If anyone remembers this is the one that had a gigantic blockage of grass, and we let go a giant ball of grass. It temporarily plugged the pipe. The suction sucked it right up to the pipe, completely stopping the flow. Then I gave it a kick and it sucked it right through, a massive blast out the other end. We're here today doing a little update on it, and it looks like it's doing good. It's got a little bit of a blockage here. I don't even think I can pull that off. No, this is not going to come off because that's all muddy. That must have happened during the recent storm we had. It looks like the water was even up here. See all that debris? It looks like this thing was struggling to take it, but there's no evidence it ever crossed the road. I'll have to scrape this off next time I'm in the area and it's above freezing. Today it's not that cold, but that's not gonna free itself up. It's all intertwined in those bars. It should be fine until the spring thaw. Good amount of flow. Oh, there's the big balls of grass. There they are that we let go through in the summertime, or I think that was the early spring. I'm happy to see, look at the flow. When we unclogged this thing, it was barely trickling. It was such a dry year. I'm glad we're finally getting some rain. Too bad the beneficial rain waited until now, when it's not so beneficial. Nothing's really growing anymore. But it's good to see the pond is still at a healthy level. It's nowhere close to being able to go over the road. Pretty icy on some of these roads. It's a whole variety. Some hills you got to be careful because they're so slippery. I had to chain up a couple days ago out here. One of the hills was so bad, and there was a lot more ice a few days ago. Yesterday was a warm day, most of it melted, but it froze up solid again last night. The good news is most of the roads are now clear of ice. A couple days ago, I had to keep chains on the whole day. It was mostly ice. There was a few patches of bare ground. Wasn't even worth taking them on and off. Today, it's the exact opposite. Most of the roads are clear. In fact, some spots are mud holes because they didn't get a chance to freeze solid yet. Very beautiful out. If you can see, the mountains are all tinted red. All the branches on mostly the birch trees and maple trees, all the tips of the branches are all turning red. They're starting to grow buds despite it only being December. Trees are already getting ready for the spring. Just going around checking on all the culverts, making sure they're all right before everything freezes solid in the wintertime when you can't do anything. Oh, gigantic rut there. This intersection's rough. Steep hill. The main artery here is pretty muddy in some spots, but it's very passable compared to a week ago. Oh my gosh, I can't resist. Let's try driving through this frozen puddle. The ice shouldn't be that thick. I was wrong. Alright, that was deeper than I expected it to be. I've driven through that thing in the summertime a whole bunch of times, but I don't like the fact that ice that's like 2 inches thick would be scraping underneath the vehicle. I don't mind driving through it, but that's a little too deep. I feel like that could rip something important off. Here's an icy mess leading up to a bridge. They just replaced this bridge this year. At least it has the rails on the side of it. There's a few bridges out here they built. They don't have rails, so if you slipped, you could go right off the side of it. Now I'm going up a pretty icy hill. Alright everyone, this road is getting pretty bad. The ice is Not good. Very slippery here. As soon as it's safe to do so. Alright. Brake test. I don't like that. Very slippery. At least I can put 2 of my wheels over on the edge. The ice is only there in the middle because that's where people have packed it down with their vehicles last time it snowed, and it was unable to melt there like it did in most of the forest. Alright, so I'm able to keep 2 of my wheels onto the side, so alright. I'm glad I didn't have to put chains on. Because sometimes with these hills, it's such a pain in the butt. They're so scary going down without chains, and it's just reckless. So I gotta throw them on, then I get to the bottom a couple minutes later and I gotta take them right back off. I hate when that happens. I don't mind throwing them on for the entire day, but on and off, it gets annoying. Very time consuming also. Like, you see all around these dark corners where the sun doesn't hit as well. Very slippery roads. Slow it way down. Good, I got room on the side to put my wheels. Alright, the whole way down I can put wheels on the side. That makes me feel good. The sun is melting it. I can see melting going on at the same time. If I would have tried to come out on these roads a week ago, tire chains would have been mandatory. Even 2 days ago, it would have been mandatory. Because the past week, it's been below freezing every day, including today, for the daytime highs. Yesterday was way above freezing and rainy. That's what made a lot of these roads really improve. I love traveling the roads like this in the winter before they ice up because you don't have to worry about mud. They're nice and passable, but this stuff is horrible when the entire road is a sheet of ice. On the bright side, people leave you alone. You barely see anyone out here when these roads turn to ice.